John Gaus. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount. These words characterize for me the life and witness of John Gaus. He was the salt of the earth. I knew John from before our association here at St. Mark's, and he and I often went to meetings that expressed causes that we shared. And John was a man of issues, causes, and concerns. Whether it was the Citizens for Effective Justice, the religious leaders of Monroe County, or the crop walk, John was always up front advocating for what he believed. And he had many strong beliefs and things that he wished to affirm, from peace to criminal justice to Christian unity. Now, what does salt do? First of all, it gives flavor and spice and zest to life. Whenever John Gaus entered a meeting, and often it was late, the participants knew that at some time we would hear from him. His hand would go up, and he'd have something to say, an article to share, a concern to raise. There were times, perhaps, when they dreaded what he might say, or what concern he might raise, but he always added flavor and zest to every meeting he attended. Salt is also a preservative. It keeps things from going bad and spoiling. John was also like salt in that regard in this community. Whether it was better treatment for those in jail, or more compassion for offenders, or speaking out on behalf of world peace, John was around to speak his mind and to keep things from getting worse. He addressed the problem of world hunger in the same way, doing his small but insistent part to raise funds for the hungry and the needy. Now, John, as you might suspect, was somewhat of a gadfly to the establishment. Often at a meeting with me where other clergy were expected, he would look around the room and say, "You know, I'm the only United Methodist minister here." And of course, he was right. He would be very pleased at the goodly number of clergy who are here today to remember him. He was especially imbued with the desire for Christian unity and interfaith cooperation, as exemplified by Christ in John 17. A few years ago, with his help and that of Church Women United, we were able to get a prayer service for Christian unity reestablished in Bloomington after a long absence. Now, not all of John's concerns were accomplished, but he never gave up trying. He was indefatigable to the end, marching to the beat of a different drummer often, but marching just the same. The last thing I want to say about John as a salty Christian is this. When salt is missing as an ingredient in your food, or worse still, you have to take it out of your diet, you notice it. Something is missing. In the front row of this congregation, where he faithfully brought Jessica week after week, rain or shine, cold or hot, something will be missing from now on. And we will know he is missing. For John Gaus was the salt of the earth and light to this world. God, to us may grace be given to follow in his train. Amen.
I would invite you to stand as you are able as we sing our next hymn, God of Grace and God of Glory. It's on page 6 of your bulletin. Please stand as you are able, and as you do, to let you know that the hymns that we